But I know he talked about it when he came over for the podcast.
Can you like talk to Nick for me?
Yeah? Why? What happened?
I've just been hanging out with him lately, and sometimes he'll just like make fun of my chest hole. No one's around. He'll have like a Coke, and he'll just put it in my chest, and he'll be like, "Hold that for me," and like it falls and hits the floor, and I just have to like.
No.
I'm being serious.
He does that?
You laugh, you get neutered.
Like,
And then yeah, like you laugh, you snip the tube. I don't know how it works.
better idea.
Uh-huh.
Clifford the Big Red Hog.
I feel like if I do a skincare routine, it plays.
If you were bald, you would never be as successful as you are now.
If you have hair, are you successful?
Yeah.
My hair on your head.
Yeah.
I would still have viewers if I was bald.
No, you would not.
Yeah, people like me because I'm witty and I'm bilingual.
Yeah, so am I.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Oh, yeah? What language you speak?
American Sign Language.
Prove it.
Thank you.
Everyone knows that.
Cat.
That was kind of impressive.
Father. You know what poop is? Huh. It's pretty much the same one.
Yeah, it's just like a different color.
Yeah. Just want to take that home?
Let's go.
Wait, don't you get in trouble for playing music?
Not in this car. Not in this.
Damn, Twitch lost a good one. Twitch definitely lost a good one. So, yeah, Ludwig came over for the podcast about a month ago, and he was talking about it, and he was talking about it so openly too with us, and I was actually surprised. Because when I was doing my Twitch deal, I was very secretive about it. Not because I was trying to like hide what I'm doing. It's more I wanted the surprise factor to be there. But when Ludwig came over, he was pretty open. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna sign this. Like I mentioned, this was after I already signed with Twitch. And in the back of my head, I thought, does he know something that I don't? I don't, not to go into too much details, but this decision between Twitch and YouTube is a decision that a lot of content creators will have to make over the next year. Because I think YouTube is being really serious about being a platform. Like they're trying really hard. And they talked to me about it when they were trying to get me. And honestly, I didn't go over to YouTube because I spent 2 years on Facebook, and I already kind of like was streaming on a smaller platform for 2 years, right? So when the deal came up, it's like, do you want to stream on a big platform for a lot less money? Not gonna go into details because I'm sure there's a clause in a contract somewhere that says I can't do it. But do you want to stream on a big platform for a lot less money, or a much smaller platform for a lot more money? I was like, well, I do have a lot of money already. More money's always nice. But I talked to Lud about it. My opinion is that when you're a big streamer, there's never a wrong option. You're gonna be fine either way. Like when it comes to these big platform deals, I would say there's never a bad option. It's two very different paths. But yeah, I'd say Ludwig is a very unique content creator and he's very smart. He knows what he's doing. What about Mixer that wasn't good? No one, no one's on Mixer, bro. Like even Facebook can make an argument of like Facebook users. Maybe they don't check out Facebook gaming, but at least people use Facebook. Who uses Mixer? Like $1 billion company at Microsoft, right? Mixer was one of the biggest failures in streaming history. Mixer, if you ever start up again, just know that I will jump ship for the right amount of money. But yeah, no, Mixer was just a huge failure because there was no reason. There was just no reason. Why? Why would people watch anything on Mixer? They would only watch Mixer if they really, really wanted to watch Ninja and Shroud. But their audience is gonna go because people switch over. It's like, okay, what do you do when Shroud and Ninja's not streaming? Well, I sure as hell ain't watching another Mixer streamer who are streaming on their Xbox, right? It was just designed to fail. And Mixer, you could have just gave me $1 million to tell you that. But yeah, that was the downside to Mixer. The upside to Mixer as a streamer is a big bag of money. A big bag of money. A big bag of money. Yeah, I think Ludwig going to YouTube is smart. I think him staying on Twitch is smart. What is more interesting to think about? Like, people are saying, oh, great move, bad move, audience, move over, or like community, chat. The bigger thing to talk about that people aren't really focused on is more just how will the Twitch ecosystem change? Because Ludwig was a social butterfly on Twitch. He hosted that kickball event that had Austin streamers, 100 Thieves, OTV. And he kind of dipped his toe into everything, as well as Minecraft. So everyone knew him. His content's very unique. He did a lot of produced content as well with his game shows, Mogul Money. I would say there's not quite a streamer like him. And a streamer like him would only go to YouTube because he's not a grinder, right? He's not playing Valorant every day. He's not playing League of Legends. He does a lot of just chatting. He switches it up. He does produce content that does well on YouTube. So I don't think he'll lose too much going over to Twitch himself. I think Twitch lost someone really good though, because Twitch loves produced content. Like they eat that shit up because that's the kind of stuff you can sell to sponsor. I wonder if I should turn this into a segment. No. Well, all right, turn this into a segment. Segment time. What's up, everybody? Wait. What would the segment even be called? Because I'm about to go on a whole like, I'm about to deep dive into the ecosystem here. What would the segment be called? I already did like a segment on platform, but this is a little more in depth, right? This is like jumping into. It probably doesn't have to be a segment. It probably doesn't have to be a segment. Well, post it on your second channel. My second channel is being retired for now. Right now, I just want to make topics good enough to be on my main channel, or just allow my main channel to not always be like top tier banger content. I think on YouTube it's more important to be consistent than to churn out banger content, unless your banger content is real banger like Michael. Because if I always have like a high bar that I feel like I have to hit, I'm never gonna upload. Nah, it doesn't have to be a segment. I just like talking about it. So the Twitch ecosystem will definitely change because of it. Losing someone who makes produced content on a very regular basis is rough for them, because they don't have a lot of streamers that are good at hosting shows, right? Miss Kiff is one. Like, that's one. Who else? OTV occasionally does it, but we don't really do IRL content or game show content. We just do like get together streams, then that's it, right? Austin, yeah, Austin does some too. Like the dating show, Level Host, and a couple other stuff. But with those two, you always have a little bit of brand risk, and you can see the way that they've changed their content over the last couple of months to being more brand safe, right? I'm not sure you guys notice. You guys probably don't like pay attention to stuff like that. But as someone who's a content creator, I can see the shift, right? Because you start off like kind of edgy and you don't really care about sponsors. But as you get bigger, as you have more employee and influence, you have to try and be brand safe. It's not being like, we're the Disney Channel and everything's great. It's just business, right? That's why I always don't like it when streamers talk about being real and like how they're real because they're edgy, because that's just bullshit, right? All streamers are, it's a business. This is your income. This is your career. You're gonna make decisions that you probably won't make because of business, and part of business is being brand safe. That doesn't mean you change who you are. Like, I consider myself pretty brand safe, but even I get a lot of complaints about like I'm too edgy. I get called edgy by one crowd and I get called Disney Channel by another crowd. There's no pleasing everyone. So being brand safe is really important. Austin, Miskiv are more brand safe these days, but Ludwig was someone who was always super brand safe. He was nice. He had good relationships with everyone, and losing him kind of puts Twitch behind on that front, because who do they get to host stuff, right? Because they have their roster of Twitch hosts, and I gotta say, half of them aren't great. Half of the people that Twitch brings back over and over and over and over again are just plain bread, vanilla, boring drone. That's why they rely on like the game show. What's the big brain one? The one with Charlie and Ludwig? Hive Mind, right? Hive Mind, they got Moist Critical and Ludwig to be the host, right? Because I think at the end of the day, the best streamers for streamer content are popular streamers because they're entertaining. But you do need your plain vanilla guys because they're sponsors to sell. Doritos, Chipotle, Mountain Dew. You gotta sell them, right? Twitch, I know your employees probably watching, getting upset, but Look, you guys could see it yourself, okay? Twitch needs entertaining streamer hosts. And without Ludwig, they're probably scrambling a little bit, just a little bit, because he's harder to replace. For example, I would say like if XQC leaves, like that would be a big blow to Twitch. But say XQC leaves for Facebook for whatever god no reason, like Facebook promised him $1 billion, he'll probably leave, and I don't think his audience is gonna move over. Right? I would say another XQC type would probably one day take his place. He'll be really hard to replace. He streams like a goddamn degen. But XQC is like a hardcore gamer, right? Like a hardcore gamer. And there's a lot of hardcore gamer, but there's not a lot of articulate hosts like Ludwig. So it's like a different side to streaming. You have the degen gamers like XQC. I think he's like the prime example of one. And then you have the produced content kind like Ludwig. So, is it good for other streamers? So on the streamer dashboard, there is I don't know why they show this to streamers because it's kind of toxic. But on a streamer's dashboard, it tells you who you share the majority of your audience with, which is the weirdest thing in the world. It tells you who's stealing your viewers. It's basically a giant sign that says, this guy is taking your viewers. You don't want to play with him. You don't want to stream when he's streaming. And I remember talking about this with my friends. Like, yeah, so I saw my numbers and 60% of my audience watches, let's say it's me. 80% of my audience watches Skara as well. So it's like, so what happens when we're playing together? Maybe it's good for collabing, but the problem with streaming has always been a viewer can pretty much only watch one stream actively at the same time. Like you can have 2 tabs open, but like you're never gonna be blasting both sides at full volume because you're gonna get double the audio, right? You'll be like boom, bop, boom, bop, boom, bop, boom, bop, boom, bop, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. So it's a very funny stat to show you, and I'm very curious what Ludwig's audience overlap with. If I had to guess, I would say Mizkiff, probably. Like, what do you guys think it would be? Like Mizkiff, Hassan types, right? So with Ludwig gone, those who aren't following him over to YouTube, do they stay here? And is Mizkiff, Hassan gonna see an increase in their viewership? Like when you guys watch streamers, do you guys replace streamers with another streamer if they're not streaming? Like in League of Legends, Tyler One's not streaming. I'm gonna go watch Double Lift instead. Well, imagine now. Well, Tyler One's never streaming ever on Twitch, and you're not swapping off Twitch. So, do you now only watch Double Lift, right? So where do all those viewers go if they're not switching over to YouTube? Or did they just not watch? Because that's a phenomenon with Minecraft viewers. Particularly the Dream SMP viewers. Like they watch Dream, George Not Found, Carl Jacobs, Sapnap, etc. Like when they're streaming in Minecraft, the Minecraft category goes up to 1 million. Like 1 million viewers in Minecraft. And as soon as they stop streaming, all like 900,000 of them just boop leaves Twitch, right? They're not gonna go, oh, Dream's not streaming, I guess I'll watch this other Minecraft streamer. Well, I have no idea who they are. Play Minecraft, right? Have you seen Ludwig's reasoning video? No. I mean, I don't have to see it because I talked to the guy, but I'd be curious to see what he says.
Hey, you know what's better than a $5,000 PC? What? A $5,000 PC that costs $0. It's time to give you free stuff.
Okay.
Can you like talk to Nick?
Wait, no, not this one. This one.
Say this to you guys at some point. I'm gonna hit the stop streaming button forever.
Wait.
I always say.
Is it this one?
This to you guys at some point. Like it should be. Feels like there should have been harder things. There's like breakups.
Oh.
It's weird to say, but the hardest decision I ever made was picking between YouTube and Twitch.
Facts. I agree with that. The hardest decision I've ever made career-wise was a month ago as well. Where I just had to decide, right? Like the deadline was coming up and they were like, Toast, we need an answer. And I remember this. I was in bed. I got the call at 7 a.m. because that was the deadline. Of, we need the answer right now. And I remember going, for a solid minute. And I had to just say one, and I said Twitch. It's a really tough decision.
It doesn't seem like it should be. Feels like there should have been harder things. There's like breakups. I had to choose what college I went to, what job I had, where I moved. Those were scary too, but...
Toast, you should have gone to YouTube, said the guy typing in Twitch chat. If you love YouTube so much, why aren't you watching a YouTube streamer right now?
This feels like I'm giving up the most. Because Twitch means a lot to me. I love Twitch. I really do. And before anyone just thinks that the reason I left was because of money, let me sit you down. And let me tell you exactly what happened. You see, my partner contract with Twitch ended in November. It actually ended right around when I was in Italy. And during those times, I was talking to Twitch and I was talking to YouTube, as you do. And originally, I was like, I'm just going to chat with YouTube to leverage the deal, to buff my Twitch deal, and then stay with Twitch. Because I'm a Twitch guy. There are people out there who think of Twitch and they think of me. When I think of my own identity, I think of Twitch. And then I started chatting. And the more I did, the more I realized that YouTube made more sense for me. Like, I love streaming. But what actually makes me the happiest?
This is Blankos, the
Bro. Looking for ads.
free-to-play multiplayer game where you can unlock, earn, and sell NFTs in-game. In Blankos,
What? Okay. I don't understand. I'm gonna go on a whole other tangent now. What are NFTs? And why are they in everything now? Like, it feels like, sometimes it feels like a scam, but I don't know enough about it to like label it a scam, because people get really upset of that when that happens. Like, bro, no, NFT's the next big thing. And I see people saying that in chat right now, like literally right now. Like, I assume there is some use for it, but it's being abused in from a very like peasant, uneducated point of view. Sorry. It sounds like when I hear about it, yeah, I sell pictures for cryptocurrency. I drew a picture and now I'm selling it. It's like owning online art. Is that about right? Like, I own this PNG, but can't I just like right click and save as? And now I have it. Oh, this is your NFT that you paid 100K for. Let me just right click save image on my desktop. I'm sure there's a whole system behind that. But I like to think I'm a relatively smart guy. When I hear NFTs these days, I just, no, go away. Go away, please. No, thank you. No, thank you. Like Bitcoin, kinda, I feel that way. Maybe not Bitcoin itself, but all the creator coins, like $ toast, $ stuff, and it's never good, right? It never resolves. I never hear great things about NFTs or creator coins. Like, the only times I hear about stuff like that, it's when people are scamming. Right? It's always a scam and scam and scam. And I'm sure that's not the case. I'm sure there are good uses. But people are aggressively pushing NFTs a little too much. Like, it feels like they have a lot of money in NFTs and they're trying to like pump it up. This is the next big thing. This is the shit. You're gonna want to own this. Because they're like, copium. It's the next big thing. And that might be the next thing. Like, this might be the beginning of Bitcoin, right? Where it's like, hey, internet money. And they're like, it's the next big thing. It's the next big thing. Well, look at Bitcoin now, right? It's worth $40,000. So maybe I'm the fool that should be getting into NFTs right now. I just don't understand. And when I hear about people buying NFTs for a lot of money, I swear to God, half of it aren't real. Like, I feel like NFT people are just buying from other NFT people back and forth to say, yeah, I sold an NFT for 50K. Well, I sold one for 60K. And it's really just exchanging ownership. Because there's no way someone's buying a PNG for like 100K, right? Or it's just like overly rich people, which I feel like they would just buy excessive stuff anyway. I don't know. Maybe I'm a boomer. There's a lot of money in crypto. Like, if they have enough money to buy the Staples Stadium in Los Angeles, there's probably a lot of money involved. So, yeah, maybe I'll learn more about NFTs one day. I just don't trust it, and I sound like one of those cavemen, and maybe I'm being shown fire. I'm like, yeah, I don't trust that. That fire is kind of hot. Yeah, I don't like that fire. Fire's bad. Fire bad. But I can see NFT sticking around for longer.
It pays to play. Literally. You can choose to sell your blancos on the mythical.
Okay. Like, NFTs, I kind of get. It's like crypto in a way. But why are NFTs in video games? Like, Bitcoins aren't really in the game, right? Like, you can maybe buy stuff with Bitcoins here and there. But why are NFTs gamified? In-game skins are basically NFTs. This way you own the skin in your game. But shouldn't the game be fun first? That's too confusing.
Marketplace, or build an epic collection of iconic designs by the world's most talented artists. Play Blancos your way. Go on solo quests or team up with your friends. Join the party now. Download and play free at Blancos.
It's Roblox NFTs. Wow.
Is just making dope shit. Making things that I think are cool. And hopefully some other people out there think they're cool too. Things like Mogul Money. Things like the Christmas album. You know? The kickball tournament. Any of these ideas that take a lot more time and effort than just booting up stream and reacting to something or playing Super Auto Pets or whatever is what makes me happy and I'm proud of.
The issue is someone needs to enforce the ownership
if I
of the
stayed
debt,
with Twitch, I can't get into the
doing,
specifics,
so
but the
it's
way the deal was
useless.
structured is I would have to be grinding hours. Again, I can't get into the details. But YouTube offered me more money than Twitch. I'll just say straight up, they offered me more money. And both platforms had me streaming the same amount of hours. That was the original deal. And even then, with the same amount of money, I talked to every single person I knew. My mom, I talked to like all the creators I respect. I talked to Mizkif for advice. Mizkif, I was like, hey, can you give me advice, Mizzy? And he's like, what the hell are you talking to me for? I don't know. I called up old friends. I called up Bobby Scar. I talked to everyone I knew because I was at a loss. But I ended up deciding to go with Twitch, which might seem backwards after the news, after what you've probably seen. Because that's not what reality is now. And after I decided, the main decision maker, I didn't know what to do after talking to all those people. So I did what I normally do. I flipped a coin. I even recorded the entire thing. I basically made the biggest decision of my life for a content coin flip.
We are establishing a new Amazon.
Ludwig, how much ads are you playing, bro? You just got a big bag from Twitch. Do you really need to play this? You really need to put this much ads in? Ah, it's fine. It's fine. It's Ludwig. I'll support him.
I stay on Twitch. Now, surprisingly, you might have noticed that it landed on Twitch. Yet this is not the news story that came out today. Ludwig re-signed with Twitch. That's kind of not that exciting. And that's because right after the coin flip, I felt a wave of relief, which made me think it was the right decision. And so I was happy with it, and I went to the guys at YouTube, and I said, look, I want to hop on a call with you guys because I respect you. I think you guys are doing cool things at YouTube. I really do think that, but I'm going with Twitch. And they fought for me. And I realized in that moment that even though I've been with Twitch for 3+ years, even though people call me the golden boy of Twitch, I've never felt like the golden boy of Twitch. I've never felt particularly loved by Twitch. I love Twitch, but it hasn't been a two-way street.
100% big fat agree. That was my experience when I left Twitch 2 years ago. Like, I told the story, got picked up. It's like, hey, Toast is leaving. Toast, you know, his contract's up. And to be fair, Twitch never had to do stuff like this until Ninja and Shroud. So, Ninja, big shout out. People don't give Ninja enough credit, but he paved the way for these platform deals, right? Because in the past, it's like, no, you're a streamer. You stream on Twitch. What are you talking about? I'm not going to give you extra money. You're going to stream on Twitch. What are you going to do? Go to Mixer? And then that's what Ninja did. So he went to Mixer. And then Twitch is like, oh, God. You can do that? You can just leave? And then Shroud left for Mixer. It's like, huh, I guess you could just do that. So then, oh God, everything I'm about to say is hearsay and not meant to be used in a court of law. So legally unprotected. This is what my friend said that I heard. Not me though. I'm not saying any of this. I'm just repeating it from a friend. That's how law works. But Twitch saw that, and you know what happened? They got scared, and they started throwing money at, I'll be honest, streamers that didn't deserve all that money. Streamers that took that money and then just chilled. Just fucking chilled. Essentially, it's like getting thrown Facebook money and then just chilling. It's like, thanks for the big bag, Twitch. I'm gonna chill now. And then what happened? The money pool dried up. Jeff Bezos saw the report. All right, Twitch. You spent 10 millions on this streamer. What did he make us? Well, sir, he is now playing World of Warcraft for 6 hours every day. And his viewership went down by about 70%. So, yeah. And Jeff Bezos like, wow, that seems like bad business to spend more money to make less money. Stop the deals. Slash the budget, right? So, a lot of streamers who left, they didn't want to leave Twitch. I don't think anyone really wants to leave Twitch, but Twitch is this place where half the employees are great people who care about games and streaming. Once again, Twitch, I know I just signed a brand new deal, but you know, it's not contract. You can't kick me and I can't leave. But a lot of people who leave Twitch, they don't want to leave Twitch. They have a community here. Right? They made their career here. But when Twitch shows that you're not a priority, and I get it, it's hard. Just like 100 big streamer, you're not gonna be able to keep 100, right? And Facebook got Mark Zuckerberg money, and YouTube got Google money. These are multi-billionaire companies having a money fight. Money fight, right? And Twitch, I get it. You can't win all your money fight. But I can understand Ludwig's experience. Like when they told Twitch, they're probably like, all right, well, that's your offer. They gotta leave it. We do care about you, but we also have 20 other streamers we have to care about. So yeah, when I left Twitch 2 years ago, it was just I just felt very disrespected. Cause like I grinded hard for your platform, right? And even now, YouTube offered me more money. There's a story covering it. Where was it? I'm not gonna say it, but I'm gonna show you guys the story covering it. Was it Esports News? Esports. It's like an esports news show. Esports talk. I will not confirm or deny anything said in this video. I'm just gonna play it.
Click this and play Control. Right now, for free. Click this. Try.
Holy mother of moly, what's up, peeps? Hope we're all doing well. Welcome back to the show. We got some breaking news out there. I got some extra details for all of you guys from an inside source, and man, oh man, we are talking about some big streaming deals which continue to happen. We have talked about them all the time throughout the past. All of these sparked, by the way, by Ninja and Shroud and the initial move to Mixer. I don't know if any of us could have predicted that 2+ years later down the road. Of course, we have all the same people who re-signed to Twitch or left for Facebook, as we talk about Disguised Toast, now also facing their gigantic deals. Ironically so, Courage JD also announcing his staying to YouTube just yesterday. We can't cover all of these platform moves, so I do apologize. That's me sprinkling it in there, but one that I really want to talk about because it was a gigantic opportunity for someone like Disguised Toast. We talked about him a few days back, and his agent apparently having maybe some problems negotiating with Twitch, especially back in the day when he first made that negotiation. If you guys missed that video clip out there, he was actually offered 30 times more to go to Facebook Gaming than what he was offered to stay on Twitch. That is insane.
What a record. Facebook didn't offer me that much money. When people hear, oh, Facebook offered 30 times Twitch, that must be a lot of money. Think about it in the reverse. Facebook gave me a reasonable offer, and Twitch gave me 1/30th of that.
Insane. That is nuts. He said the typical back in the day was YouTube and Facebook were offering maybe 2 to 3 times more when it came for negotiations. Well, he really had no choice but to leave Twitch because it was just that gigantic of an offer. He has now announced this morning his return to Twitch, ironically after that semi-complaint towards them, and what is going to be a giant announcement as he will return not only for one channel, but apparently for 2 channels.
Okay, I have a second channel on Twitch. I just haven't had a reason to use it yet.
Told Jeremy Wang will now be the gamer Along with that, Disguised Toast will be more of an entertainment separate channels, but he kind of just enjoys playing a bit more quietly on the second channel without face cam. And this is going to be, I think, extremely successful. I think we're going to see Disguised Toast return in full force. And why, if you guys are still watching, I have, well, from one source, crazy to say this one out loud, Disguised Toast, I can confirm to all of you guys, turned down a near 8-figure deal from YouTube to stay on Twitch or to go.
Well, I don't know if that's true or not. But if it was, I think that gives you guys, like, if it was, like a good ceiling. Because he didn't, like, if he was to say 8-figure deal, well, that ranges from 10 million to 99 million, right? But he said near 8-figure deal. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. But if it was, I think that gives you guys some context. And before anyone thinks Twitch must have offered a shit ton then. I think if you, like Ludwig, his announcement also gives you a similar idea of just how currently Twitch cares. Like, they care, but they have a very select few of people they care about, right? So I just want you guys to know I chose Twitch because at some point it really is not about the money, right? Because I made my money, and I did miss having a very active community. Like, I had one on Facebook, but it's not the same, especially when all your friends are on Twitch and everyone talks about, like, Twitch this, Twitch that, and did make me miss it. So I understand what Ludwig means by this was the hardest decision he's made in his career, because it was the hardest decision I had to make in my career. It's not easy turning down that much money. My parents couldn't understand. My family members, none of them could understand it. Even people in OTV was, like, really split. Like, I asked all of them for advice. I asked Yvonne. They all said, Toast, I think YouTube is probably better, but knowing your personality, you're probably not gonna be happy with it. Like, Michael and Pokey had a bet, right? Michael bet at YouTube, Pokey bet at Twitch. Because I think Pokey understands my desire to be under pressure. I feel like if I was on YouTube, I would not be under pressure. It would be very chill. It would be very nice. My life would be fine. My life would be stress-free. And I would have a lot of money. And sometimes I think to myself, it's like, am I dumbass? Is Lud the smart one? Is that streamer the smart one? And that other streamer the smart one? Because why did I make a decision that my peers didn't make? Peers didn't make. But the day after I agreed, I remember in bed, I woke up and I felt excited. I felt nervous, and I think that was a good thing. Because I already experienced what it's like to be financially secure on a separate platform. Like, I know what that feels like. YouTube, I'm sure, is different. But I think there's a big gap between Twitch and YouTube and Facebook, right? And sometimes it does feel like you're either on Twitch or if you're off Twitch kind of deal. Well, who knows? Things might be different over 1 year. But, yeah.
You know, it sounds so selfish, right? Like, I'm making a shit ton of money. A lot of people, I have a lot of fans. Everything's going well. But I feel like a whiny 8-year-old child who just wants some approval from a parent. And I never got that. I never got reached out to after the subathon. Not even like a, hey, you made us the most money anyone has ever made us in a month. Thanks. And none of that. I never got anything. But I love the culture of Twitch. But YouTube, they gave me something when I came back. It was like some insane accidental negotiation tactic.
It's time to give you free stuff thanks to our friends at Honey. That's right, you could win a $5,000
They allowed me to stream way less hours a month. And that maybe you're thinking, are you just trying to, you know, rest, invest, as they say, basically do less work and get more money. But it gives me more time to do cool shit that I'm super excited about. It gives me more time to work on the yard, make a new Mogul Money show that I can actually do every single week. And I don't have to go live trying to fill hours so I can make enough money so I can do these cooler ideas.
Random internet opinion.
I want to make the biggest Smash tournament in the world. And I'm going to in 2022. I want to have the biggest prize pool, the most entrants ever for Melee and Ultimate. I want to do that. But this is going to cost me probably $1 million. And I was thinking of ways to make $1 million so that I could spend $1 million without it being dumb. I was thinking about doing another subathon. I was thinking about doing like a subathon in person, some expansion on the idea when I decided to go with Twitch because I needed more money to be able to do a cool idea like that. I was like, why am I giving up a month of my life? And so I went to Twitch and I did the same thing that I did with YouTube. I said, hey, I decided on YouTube. What do you think? And no disrespect to the guys I talk to or Twitch as a whole. The guys who I talk to don't get to decide everything. They are not Twitch. Twitch is a giant multi-thousand employee company. There's 18 pipelines things have to go through before they can get done. You know, you have an idea, it won't be executed for 10 months and it will look nothing like what you originally thought. I know all this. But it still fucking hurt when they said, we wish you the best. And so although I love Twitch, and I always thought of myself as a Twitch guy, they're not going to help me make the shit I want to make. I don't feel especially liked, respected, wanted. And I also don't want to do something because it's comfortable. The main thing holding me back from YouTube was fear. YouTube's not Facebook, no offense. It's not Mixer.
Whoa. Ludwig, I'll have you know that in the later stream report, okay, between Facebook Gaming and YouTube Gaming, taken by Streamlabs, the highest bastion of integrity, says Facebook Gaming have overtaken YouTube gaming. Okay, so I better check your facts before you go off saying stuff you don't understand. Okay, real talk though. Viewing wise, look, guys, I'm not on Facebook anymore. I swear. Mark Zuckerberg isn't still paying me. I promise you guys. Facebook gaming has more hours viewed right now than YouTube gaming. That's facts. I'm sorry. I know public look wise and PR wise and marketing wise, YouTube is like way, way, way better than Facebook and like North American culture and like on the LSF community, Twitch community. But numbers wise, Facebook actually has more than YouTube because of international audience. And before you're like, well, that's because Facebook bought their views or something. That's I don't know if that's true, but I wouldn't be surprised if both platforms are kind of like fudging the numbers just a little bit. Because sometimes when I look at Facebook numbers, I'm like, And sometimes when I look at YouTube numbers, I'm like, because they want to be known as like, hey, we're making big money moves here, right? Hey, look, I'm just clearing the air here. I'm just clearing the air.
It's fucking YouTube. It's like the biggest website in the world for posting content. But it's scary. And I made a
Facebook is huge in Asia. Yeah, Facebook is huge in Asia. I think there's a lot of criticism you can say to both any platform. But the funniest things to me is when people are like demonizing Facebook for being a billionaire company that like deals with people data while defending Amazon and Google. Like, I can understand not liking Facebook for the UI or the platforms, but I don't understand hating on Facebook for their business practices while defending Amazon and Google. Like, you gotta find another reason to not like Facebook than that, right? You can't hate one billionaire and suck another billionaire's dick.
Pros and cons list, and the one con I had for YouTube is that I'd feel alone. And I'm still scared of that. But it's crazy not to do something just because you're scared. Everything else makes it seem like the right decision. And so if it takes a coin flip in an insane negotiation tactic for me to stop being a pussy, then so be it. I don't know if this will be cohesive. I'm recording this right after my last ever Twitch stream. And now I'm a YouTube gaming streamer. And I don't even play video games. I don't think they...
That's so fun. That's true. Ludwig has never been known as a gamer, and he's signed to YouTube Gaming.
Know about that yet, but let's just keep that a secret. I've worked really hard, by the way, if you guys haven't heard, with Otto. We made an extension together that's just trying to make the experience on YouTube better. So all those subs that you had on Twitch are now combined with subs on YouTube, the memberships. The name you have, you can now change it to your Twitch name if you want. The emotes will be exactly like Twitch emotes. I just want to make it as seamless as possible because I don't want to lose chat along the way. That's the reason I like streaming. I lose chat, I lose the love I have for streaming. And I promise that extension will only get better. So if you guys haven't already, check it out. It's honestly worth your while. Otto put a lot of time into it. We're going to start adding some cool features like channel points. But it'll be our own custom channel points. So I'll be able to scale the economy because we'll have the whole back end to ourselves. Unbanned forms coming and included in the overall package. There's also things I haven't talked about, some secrets and surprises. Maybe you guys will find out. But I can promise you one thing. I've been streaming for about 4 years part-time, almost 4 years full-time. And I said I'd only stream 5. I'm sorry to say I'm scamming you one more time. I'll be here for at least 6. Anyway, boys, I hope you understand a little bit more. Hopefully you respect the decision. And hopefully you come to hang out on YouTube Gaming. I've always been like a streamer and a YouTuber. Not a lot of streamers can say the same. And that's always going to be the same case. I'm still going to be a streamer. And I'm still going to be a YouTuber. And I'm going to try to make even cooler shit this year. Thanks for watching as always, boys. And hopefully I see you in the streams.
Oh my god. Yeah. Wow. Very transparent. Ludwig's one of my favorite content creators. Very smart. A lot of respect for him. Damn. Like, he's definitely not a gamer, which is very different from like 90% of people on Twitch. Like, he will be someone who goes places, right? Like 5 years from now, he'll go places. And you can't say that about a lot of streamers, right? Pokey's another example of like someone who just doesn't want to be a gamer. And yeah, those content creators are really rare. And I'm just really surprised. I think it's hard for Twitch to match YouTube's offer at the end of the day, because Twitch just spends their money on certain streamers. And I won't go into details, but I've heard some contract numbers that was offered to Twitch streamers, and my initial reaction was like, you dumb motherfuckers. You've spent how many millions on this washed ass streamer, and that's why you can't keep the good ones? Are you fucking serious? You couldn't keep Ludwig because you spent half your budget on this guy? This guy. You could have kept Ludwig, and he would have done way more for your platform than this guy. They couldn't even pay Doc. Well, I don't know what happened with Doc. I don't think it's a money thing though. Yeah, I'm not gonna say who it is. It's probably someone that you guys won't really think of. I mean, they were kind of famous. It's not Ninja. Stop saying Ninja. I don't know what his deal was. That was another streamer. But yeah, Twitch have been pretty bad with their money. Are you talking about yourself, bro? I ain't really getting paid by Twitch. I'll say that much. I can promise you, I came back to Twitch definitely not for the money. Definitely not for the money. It's more to just be part of the Twitch ecosystem again. Because that's where I started, right? 5 years ago. And I missed it. It's really that simple. I missed it.